we are heading into a run against the second boss. I just recently beat the first boss, and I realized that I was about to fight the second boss, so I decided to go ahead and record. This is going to be one of the first times I fought the second boss solo. Me and one of the community members, Azale, defeated the first boss solo earlier, and then died to the second boss. So this is going to be a new experience to do this guy solo. All we have to do is run to him. Ideally, we'll find a shrine in order to save nearby before we actually get to him as well. And I have been obsessed with this game. It might be really hard, and I have figured out a few of the things that I didn't know before, and I've also just gotten better at the traversal and the game itself. I can routinely extract now, and I've experienced a lot of new stuff in it since our last video. In fact, I've actually gotten relatively decent at parrying, because that attack that I hated so much that was on the first boss, yeah, it's parryable. It doesn't seem like it would be parryable because it's a giant fucking AoE, but it is, so it becomes a little bit more manageable once you parry. That guy right there is a problem. One of the things that we found out is that the more prisms you have, the harder the world gets. So I have gotten into the habit of getting exactly enough prisms to get to the next boss and then going and fighting the boss. So it's just so you don't make the world any harder for yourself than it actually needs to be, right? This is a key door. I don't have a key, so we're not going to be doing that. But we do need to find a shrine nearby before we... Oh, perfect, perfect. Thank you so much, game, for doing that for me. So now that we've activated that shrine, that's what changes our entry point if we were to die and have to come back in, or extract to come back in, is it'll come back in on that shrine. And here's the second boss. It's a great place to start a video, right? With a second boss fight. I've been personally calling this guy Punchy McGee because I don't know what his name is. I'm sure it tells me, but I've forgotten. There's Good Boy with Ordago for the first boss, which you guys saw plenty of and me complaining about. And then there's this guy. He's pretty cool design, to be honest. And he has one attack that's very scary. I'll point it out whenever it happens. His other attacks on phase 1 aren't that bad. And one of the things that I would say, this attack right there, that's a scary attack. Because if any of it hits you, you're a little screwed. I will also say that I don't agree with there being ads in every single boss fight. I never liked whenever, like, Dark Souls did that. We are currently running a crit dual daggers build. We have a ton of crit, and we get more power the longer we fight. Oh, come on. What? Don't make me have to heal already. Fucking ads. No, that's the scary attack. Ah, I tried to parry it. Okay, back up and heal. That's our one heal. I parried it. I didn't have any healing that I needed, but parry nonetheless is good. Apparently there's a lingering damage effect there. That's the tornadoes. That's probably second phase of some sort. This is going relatively well so far. He missed me? Scary attack. Oh, he punched at the same time! I'm dead from the lingering fire of the scary attack. Fuck me. Okay, that's a scary combination whenever he does the that attack and then combines it with a punch. It means that I'd have to turn and parry the punch. Okay, I had some upgraded daggers. I had Matt's upgraded them, at least as far as I can upgrade them. So we're going to need to upgrade a new weapon in order to make that feasible, I would say. I would strongly suggest unlocking your shops as soon as possible and upgrading your guns and melee weapons. It becomes way easier to progress into the mid to late parts of each campaign I do only think that there's 3 bosses in the game, plus the boss that shows up whenever you get danger up to halfway. So that's something to keep in mind. I do think we have another pair of daggers around here somewhere. We do. Oops, that was the sell menu. I almost sold it. So we'll upgrade these to level 3. And we'll switch our loadout real quick and switch to these daggers. I don't know if I've shown off this character. She doesn't have really anything special. Right now, the characters are just kind of different stat loadouts from what I can tell. So, like, her thing is, she has 2 things, Lightweaver and Warrior. Lightweaver does have a perk that does something, but Warrior basically doesn't. And Warrior is statted towards armor and strike and crit chance and crit damage, which makes her a really fun, you know, fast-paced melee crit damage person. If I did this correctly and I understand this game correctly, that shrine should put me right in front of the boss fight, which means we can just rush this boss fight down and fight it a bunch of times. Considering how well we did the first time, I have hopes that we can beat it. If not, then, well, you know, we're just going to do a little bit of a run afterwards until we've played this game. Why did you put me all the way? Oh, no, okay, we are in the right place. For a second, I thought I was on the opposite side of the map, and I was about to ask, why game? But no, we're in the right place. So we can just run right into the boss fight. No danger level, nothing. We do have the Meteor Punch L1 as well. I've tried a bunch of the different things, and this and the Frag Grenade have become my favorite. The Frag Grenade is just kind of an instant chunk of damage that you can use at a distance. Meanwhile, this one is a giant AoE if you line it up, which helps you stagger or just wipe out crowds. And the crowds get pretty intense at the higher difficulties. And by difficulties, I mean the higher danger levels and the higher prisms. So, you know, it's really nice to have something that takes out crowds. Damn it, I was dodging a dog. There's the scary attack. Okay, he didn't do anything during it. He can dodge too. Rush in as soon as I can. Get as much damage off of him as we can. There's the scary attack. I tried the parry. Just got me hit instead. Oh, he has a tail attack if you get behind him. That's kind of interesting. Hadn't seen that yet. His scary attack got caught in the ground. Baiting out the tail attack might actually be like a strat, because the tail attack is not that good. Although that attack right there is potentially undodgeable. Maybe that's another parry. Or maybe I just need to dodge backwards instead of forward. Okay, he's second phase again. Oh, I tried the parry. Realistically, I honestly should have just not tried the parry. I actually have a perk that says that I get red HP back whenever I get an execution, but I actually think it might not be working. Because I've never seen it go off. And a dog killed me. Again, I don't feel like the ads are necessary for these fights. It's just... I mean, I know that the whole game is balanced around multiple people, so the ads are good whenever you have multiple people, but that's also still not a good argument, because whenever you have multiple people in these fights, there are more ads. So you could just very easily make it so that there's only ads when you're playing multiple. I feel like these bosses are hard enough without the ads, especially dogs. I would be perfectly fine if there was any ad other than dogs. The dogs currently are one of the enemies that has a bit of a problem in the game, in that there's very little to no... I mean, there is a little bit, but there's very little to no indication when they're about to attack you. So you do kind of just get messed up by dogs. Okay, we're going to grab these claws, and yeah, we'll upgrade a set of claws. Just so that we still have a weapon to fight this guy with. And I'll check to see if I have any other, like, upgrades I can use against him. Literally none. Okay. We do still have Rocket Punch. Do we have the money to buy one? No, we have no money. I mean, we could sell some stuff. Let's see what we can sell. We can sell this greatsword, I don't care about. We can sell this shrapnel cloud, I don't care about. Basic claws. We can equip that light armor. I think we actually still have medium armor, though. Sell this medium armor. And then... I don't think these count as dual blades. Oh, they do count as dual blades. Good to know. So we can take this dual blades, increase damage. And we don't want heavy armor. There's the frag grenade I was talking about. So we can at least have 2 perks. Problem is that... Let's check the map. Oh, it doesn't show me where the stuff is, though. Damn. I was hoping I could plan out where I was going to go. This is another interesting choice. If you look at my HP in the bottom left, if you die and come back and you have extra HP, you don't get your full HP. 90 was my base HP on this character, which is why I'm starting with 90. And I find that to be an interesting choice. I kind of hope it's not a choice, and it was just kind of an oversight on their part, that whenever you upgrade your HP, you don't get full HP back in town, because it just kind of seems weird for upgrading HP to be upgrading your maximum, not your default, right? I mean, it is a very early access game, very, very early access. So I imagine a lot of this stuff is going to get changed or upgraded over time. Okay, so we can go here. No, there's not going to be any gear there. Let's just check around the map a little bit before going back into the boss fight. I think rushing back in without any perks means that we're just going to have less power. I can't pause my recording while recording this game because it breaks my recording if I do so. I don't know what it is that does that. But let's see if we can get a little bit more power before we go back in. Just kill some enemies, do some stuff, and see if we can get some perks. Getting these little healing bubbles is also nice, because that means that we will have a little bit more HP. I forgot that I don't have my my nice gun anymore, my compact SMG thingy. Those are my mines, those are not perks. Yeah, this chick's default gun is not really worth a damn, unfortunately. Where can we go? We can see, is there anything left on the map? I've kind of cleared this whole map, unfortunately. Oh, danger snails. Danger snails are not worth fighting. I would just take damage. They are very, very hard to avoid. And another thing that I'm just like, I'm not sure if it's an intended thing or not, is that despite the fact that their attack obviously is like along the ground, you can't jump over them. Jumping over them does not work. And I think the danger snails followed me. Yes, they did. I will say one key to killing the danger snails is to just get really close to them, because they use a different attack if you get close to them. I'm hoping... I do have a purpose to killing these guys, in that I'm hoping that we can get perk from one of these guys, like that. Recovery speed is fine. It's not great, but it's fine. Crit chance. Yeah, this attack right there is a lot more manageable than their rollout attack. So if you can get close to them, they are just way more manageable in general, and I strongly, strongly suggest getting close to them. I'd like one more perk before we fight the boss, please. Please and thank you, game. Kind of a dangerous proposition, because I'm also going to be losing HP out here fighting. HP that could be used against the boss. But we're also getting materials and stuff like that, so I think it's, there's a little bit of an equivalent exchange going on here. Just drop the mines right on top of him. Yeah. Some ammo. Pressed the wrong button to pick up the ammo and wasted my super punch. Anything else nearby? Oh, one thing I did learn is that for movement efficiency, if you dash and then jump, dash and then double jump, you get a little bit more height and you can do the air glide right away. That actually gets you over some obstacles that jumping and then dashing won't get you over. That mine does so much damage. You just drop it on top of a guy. I think these dual blades actually are much stronger than, or sorry, these dual claws are actually much stronger than the dual blades I had earlier. And they're also, I think, doing some sort of like status effect as well, which is very nice. Very, very nice. We have some perks now. They're not the greatest perks, but we got some more damage. So this might be the end of this campaign, but I want to try them again. I think that continuing to run around the landscape is just going to make me take more damage. And we have more damage than we did a moment ago with these dual claws. So I'm hoping that we can get this dealt with. I think we need to be more careful. And when the ads are alive, we need to focus on the ads as best as we can. I mean, focusing on the ads whenever he's doing these super moves that dash across the whole screen, you know, really sucks. But it is what it is, and we can't change it. So let's do good. If there are any super dogs, we'll focus on the super dogs. That's the super attack. We need to just dodge for a moment. Okay, it looks like we can dodge away from that attack. That was a pretty good amount of damage. Dodged our super punch. Parrying his super punch. Focus on the dogs. Attack. We did it wrong. That cost us so much HP. The other thing I think is an interesting choice, which I'm fine with on some level, is that bosses, unlike every other enemy in the game, don't have break bars. Okay. After the fire damage, this is going to be too much HP lost. That's him at half. I thought I had the parry there. Oh, that's a new attack. Oh, he's all like blue now. What's going on with that? Get parried, bro. Ooh, 3 tornadoes. Fancy. Fucking dogs. I don't know why I took damage there. Okay, don't get greedy. No, are you fucking kidding me? I was putting away the gun, but there's a tiny bit of animation lag whenever you go to put away the gun. But I will say that we've proven we can kill him. It is possible. So I think I can kill both of the bosses. And I think we're going to be pretty close here soon to be able to get a win against the two bosses and move on to whatever comes next. I did see on this particular run that it said boss, it was the doggo, the fish guy, and then the doggo again. So I think there's only 2 sub-bosses in the game currently. But this run is complete. It is now nighttime, and the run is over. I don't think there's a way for me to activate the portal anymore. Yeah, I can't activate the portal. Let me make sure. See, it says teleportation activation cost. And I want to scroll down to it, but it won't let me. And there's no ready up button anymore. So like, it feels like you could potentially scroll down to that and continue the world at a great cost, considering that currency isn't like even in my thing, right? I mean, I guess I do have materials. Yeah, but no button because it'd be really cool if I could just have one more chance against that boss. But as it stands, we are going to be forced to start a new world. That's the farthest I've gotten solo. I will say that I mentioned this in a comment on my last video, is that the game definitely feels balanced around 2 to 3 people. Whenever I was playing with a community member, Azale, it actually felt really good. It felt still very, very hard, obviously, but it felt a little bit more balanced. I think we're going to buy... Oh, we don't have enough money. I was going to say we're going to buy that scatter gun there. Sorry for going really quiet. I was trying to think about that. Oh, we'll definitely buy the dual blades. It's my favorite weapon in the game right now. We also really like the spears. Do we still have our dual diters? Our dual claws, that is. We want to equip something else other than that. Get some light armor back on. And we'll do a little bit of a beginning of a run, just to show off some more game. Plus, I want to keep playing. So that's what's going to happen. If we kill one more boss, I get to unlock the last character. So that's very nice. We did also lose all of our meta gems by dying, which is a little unfortunate, but meta gems aren't, honestly, once you get into a run, meta gems aren't that hard to get. I do think that there's a bug going on with the game. There was a patch, but it doesn't seem to be addressed, that until you get a meta progression for meta gems, the first one in the top right on the meta progression chart, you don't seem to be able to get medipens. It doesn't seem to work to get medipens. So we have dog, punching McGee, and then, ooh, that's a new looking boss. Okay. Maybe the third boss is something unique. Interesting. Well, consecutive melee hits increase your damage. Seems really good for fast attacking weapons. I will say one of the things that is the best about the claws is what's called a flash attack. It's whenever you dodge and attack at the same time. This right here. Oop. Fortunately, this game's really good at fixing whenever you get stuck in the ground like that. I've been stuck in the ground many times now and not actually had a problem. Yeah, this attack right here is just so good. Plus, you can do it mid-combo as well. And that's how you do break bars, by the way. I don't know if I've mentioned that yet, is that if their bar is full, that's how you break them, is by doing one of those attacks. Okay, where do we want to go first? Let's get some prisms. We'll try and get 1 to 2 prisms and then extract, because we don't really want to go too far past the halfway point on the danger meter. I don't actually know what it's called. The game doesn't really tell you anything. Okay, let's kill all these ads first. This is a really nice gun. That's a new attack. I don't think I've seen that before. Oh, I'm out of ammo. I understand now. Parried. We need to hit him once so he's on the ground. And he's down. Yeah, we're getting much better at this game. Flash set reflects projectiles. Sure. That's probably not going to happen too often, but it is a perk. It is a perk we now have. Ooh, some ammo. Very nice. I'm curious if maybe I'm missing it, but I haven't found a way to reload your gun unless your ammo's empty. And I'd actually really like to be able to reload, like, proactively. Long round range, 3-round burst. Yeah, we'll go ahead and equip that and cache our other one. I mean, we literally just had an invasion a second ago. I actually think that opening chests and stuff might progress the bar, because that seems really fast to have gotten a second tick. Like, we literally got our first tick during the boss fight, right? Like, it happened seconds ago. So maybe, like, everything you do pisses off the Void King a little bit more. I'm waiting for the Void King to just be, like, the main hero from Hyper Light Drifter 1. Or from, like, being the Anubis creature or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. Some sort of callback to Drifter 1. I say Drifter 1, but, like, it's just Drifter, right? Okay, where's the first boss? First boss is down here. We're going to aim for this Medi Gem. Excuse me, sir. That was, you cheated. Yeah, the parrying is actually pretty easy. Unlike Elden Ring or other games that have parry mechanics, this game, the parry comes out instantly. So you're just trying to press the button when the attack would have hit you. There isn't like the, 10 to 20 frame windup that like Elden Ring has, for example, or Dark Souls has, for example. Or you don't give me something if I kill you, sir. It'd be nice of you if you did. Skill blades, balance blades. I don't think ours count as, yeah, ours are dual blades. So neither of those are beneficial to us. The co-op works really well, by the way. Most of your rewards are instants between people, so you don't feel like you're fighting people for things. And only one person has to pay for chests. You also can revive each other. It does cost a Medipen, right? So that's an incredibly valuable resource. Oh my god, that mine is so dumb. That's the other attack that I would argue doesn't have enough windup. Dogs and that particular mine on that particular attack, they are literally mid getting comboed, and then they suddenly do an attack on you that explodes instantaneously. Maybe there is a wind up to it, but I just haven't even noticed it if there is. Fucking annihilated that man. Jeez. Some currency over here of some sort, some material. These weapons make me feel like I'm playing Dynasty Warriors or something like that. Also, did you guys see the new Dynasty War Origins game? It's a little bonkers. I used to play Dynasty Warriors as a kid, and like the new one, like one of the coolest things I think is that you can now fit like thousands of enemies on screen, which makes the game like significantly different. Instead of seeing a handful of enemies and the rest kind of like phase in and out, with that many enemies on screen at once, like it really feels like an army now. Sorry, someone just called me. I would really like some perks this game. Could you give me some perks that aren't terrible? Stamina regeneration is not the worst thing in the world, but it's also just not very interesting. Where can we get up? Probably somewhere over here. Yeah, we can get up over here. Kind of running out of time. We might be able to get this one first, though. We can figure out where it is. Aha! I think we found it, boys. Oh, the person who called me left a voicemail. That's rare for this day and age. Guess it must have been important. I'll have to check that in a minute then. I'm sorry, did you just... Yeah, you did. Get fucking wrecked. That portion of a crown shard as well. Higher hollowbout rarity in each slot, the more damage you do. Ooh, let's give it a stamina regen for that. That's amazing. So the more rarity we have, the more damage we do. So at this point, we're going to just want to have more rare things in general, even if they might not be particularly good for us, because damage is king in this game. Okay. There's the boss, but we can just run from the boss. It's not the worst thing in the world that the boss just spawned. Yeah, there's a mini boss that spawns around 50%, and she teleports to you, so be careful about that. Yeah, let's run to extraction. We can run away from this boss. She will teleport to you if you're close by, but if you get far enough away from her, she stops teleporting to you. Don't start extraction if she's near you. She will teleport into the extraction. I've had this happen multiple times now. She'll like teleport to you right on top of where the extraction is. So if you're right near the 50% point, what's this? Ooh, a free core shard. That's cool. Okay, I would like to, if it's possible, find a shrine around here before I extract. Boss is kind of running at us. I don't think we have time to find a shrine. We're just gonna have to waste some time in the future getting back here. Please, 4, 3. Okay, she got stuck on something. She's not running to us anymore. Thank goodness. Holy crap, that punch does so much more damage than basically every other utility you could bring. I'd have to argue it might be the best utility in the game. But yeah, that's some more Hyper Light Breaker. I probably don't play this game until I beat it, and the first video did very well on the channel, and this second channel is just for me having fun. So yeah, I'm probably gonna play a bunch of this, even if people don't watch too much of it at this point, because it's just a really fun game for me to be playing. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the video and a little bit of a showcase of a little bit more skilled gameplay and some later gameplay as well. So hope you guys have a nice day. Goodbye.